In the shadow of the valley where the weeping willows sigh, found an old oak bed where our love used to lie. Underneath that silver moon where we once danced through July, echoes stir the dust as the stars fill up the sky. Empty bed closed her eyes, now I'm talking to the ghost of scarves left on the post, and the whispers of her voice riding trails gone cold through the towns where silence lies. The wind's a lonely sound, and the bed where love has died. Years have worn the saddle where I once held her so tight. Gravel roads keep leading me back through endless night. The porch lights dimmed as memories start to fade from sight, but her laughter in the rain still cuts like a knife. Empty bed closed her eyes, now I'm talking to the ghost of scarves left on the post, and the whispers of her voice riding trails gone cold through the towns where silence lies. The wind's a lonely sound, and the bed where love has died. Found a scarf she left behind, it's frayed and worn like me. Every thread a story, every stain a memory. I'm a shadow in this ghost town, just a whisper in the breeze. Haunting empty cabins where our hearts used to be. Empty bed closed her eyes, and I whisper to the sky about the love that's passed me by, and the tears I cannot cry with every setting sun. As the twilight shadows fly, I'll be riding lonesome trails where old cowboys never die. In the heartbreak of the night, with her memory by my side, empty bed closed her eyes. Empty bed closed her eyes. Out by the creek where the cottonwoods grow, we carved our names in the bark so low. The summer wind through the branches would sway those whispers of love now far away. An old oak tree bears the scars we made, under its shade our promises lay. Memory washed away like dust down a lonesome road. Each step I take farther from the love I've known. The sunset bleeds, colors all turn to gray in the heart of a cowboy, where night meets the day. Memory washed away with the rain on the old porch swing. This wandering soul beneath the stars no longer sings. The cabin sits empty where laughter once filled the air. Now just echoes of your voice linger there. Your scarf on the hook still smells like spring rain. My heart holds the ache like the plains hold the plains down the gravel path where our dreams used to play. Only shadows remain as the light fades away. Memory washed away like dust down a lonesome road. Each step I take, farther from the love I've known. The sunset bleeds, colors all turn to gray in the heart of a cowboy, where night meets the day. Memory washed away with the rain on the old porch swing. This wandering soul beneath the stars no longer sings. And oh, how the rivers run to places new. What wouldn't I give for one more day with you? But time, like the dust, slips through these old hands, lost in the wind over these wild, wild lands. Memory washed away like tracks on the desert floor. Looking back, can't see them, not anymore. The sunset's fire, now just a cooling ash. Hold on to the heartache as long as it lasts. Memory washed away, but in my dreams you'll stay, whispering love on that windswept forgotten day. In the shadow of the oak, where wild daisies grow, I heard her laughter mingle with the breeze so low. Underneath that sky, as wide as a dreamer's heart, we carved our names now, just a faded part. Her scarf, a splash of red against the dust, fluttering like a flag, surrender to its trust. Her voice fell apart in the cold autumn winds, words scattered like leaves, her whispers thin. From the saddle to the porch, where empty swings sway, her echo wanders in the dusk, where I lost my way. Each sunset drips down like tears on old stone. Her voice fell apart, and I ride these trails alone. Years peeled away the paint from that old wooden door, where laughter used to live. Now silence grips the floor. The path we walk now overtaken, and by the weeds, lost tracks like my heart, choked by unspoken needs. The cabin holds the cold, like the bed keeps the shape of her. Windows stare blank like eyes that remember how we were. Her voice fell apart in the cold autumn winds, words scattered like leaves, her whispers thin. From the saddle to the porch, where empty swings sway, her echo wanders in the dusk, where I lost my way. Each sunset drips down like tears on old stone. Her voice fell apart, and I ride these trails alone. Oh, how the river knows to bend and sigh, holding reflections of a cloudless sky. But in its depths it hides a stone so sharp, just like the pieces of my broken heart. Her voice fell apart like rain through my hands, fading footprints in soft sinking sands through whiskey dreams and the cold night's embrace. In every shadow I still search her face. Now every starfall reminds me of the start. Her voice fell apart, and so did my heart.
In the shadow of the oak by the old wooden gate, where the sunset paints gold on her hair, we carved our names young and unafraid in the heart of a world without care. The breeze whispers secrets like a ghost in the night, under stars that now seem too far to reclaim. Every whisper of the wind, a memory of light, and the flame of what was just an ember remains. Morning sky cries, oh the rain's come down on the road where her laughter used to lay. Each drop's a tear from the clouds of my frown as the dust turns to mud where we once lay. Morning sky, tell me why do these winds still call out her name? Now the porch swings lonely, the cabin's bare, gravel roads wind empty, leading nowhere. That oak tree stands witness to the dreams we spun, its leaves now falling like the tears I shun. Where once was the warmth of her hand in mine, now just the cold grip of the passing time. The scarf she left, the token of her past, on the saddle lies faded as nothing can last. Morning sky cries, oh the rain's come down on the trails where we walk now overgrown. Each drop's a tear, and in their mirror I drown, searching for a shadow in the twilight throne. Morning sky, tell me why does this heart beat alone? Is it a curse or a blessing, the solitude I wear? A badge of the lost, or just a cross I bear? In every setting sun and rising moon, I find her smile in the night's soft croon. Morning sky cries, oh the rain's come cold, washing away the tracks we once rode. But her whispers still linger in the breezy sigh under the morning sky, where my heart lies. Oh morning sky, until I die I'll walk these lands with her by my side.
In the shadow of the old oak tree, where the earth holds secrets deep, there's a cabin with its door swung wide, ghost of your scarf left behind. We will watch the sun kiss the mountains in, on that porch, our hearts we'd mend. But now the wind whispers through an empty room, where once danced our laughter, now just gloom. Old trails fade 'neath autumn's red, every sunset an echo of what the empty bed forgot. Gravel roads where our dreams took flight underneath that vast starlight. Your sweet voice in the evening chill, now just a silence time won't fill. These wandering boots scuffle on some tracks through quiet towns that can't bring you back. And the wind whispers through an empty room, where once danced our laughter, now just gloom. Old trails fade 'neath autumn's red, every sunset an echo of what the empty bed forgot. Now every raindrop writes your name across my dusty window pane, and every storm in each twilight I search for you in the fading light. Still the wind whispers through an empty room, where our love's dust settles in the gloom. And as trails vanish in sunsets red, I hold on to memories that even an empty bed forgot. As the sun dips low and shadows stretch, this cowboy sings heart open, forever etched. The creek where the wild oaks grow, I first saw her in the spring soft glow. Her laugh was a melody, played low and sweet, under the shade where our two worlds meet. But now the oak leaves whisper her name into the breeze. My heart walked away with hers 'neath those ancient trees. The sunset her memory across the sky, but under these stars alone, all I do is cry. We shared our dreams on an old porch swing, her scarf a splash of color in the autumn's cling. The cabin's empty where laughter used to ride, only dust dances now where our secrets used to hide. And the oak leaves still whisper her name into the breeze. My heart walked away with hers 'neath those ancient trees. Every sunset steals a color I used to know, leaving just shadows where we used to glow. By the gravel road I pause and see her trace, in the fading trail a gentle lingering grace. What's gone is gone like the river's endless flow. She's a part of every place I go. To the wind, a reminder that some loves once lost never end. Now every sunset lets her silhouettes of what was in the twilight start to fade. The wind carries away the song of our yesterday. Heart walked away, but her soul's here to stay. On Lonesome Hill, neath the crying sky, an old oak whispers secrets when the wind blows by. Its leaves hold tales of you and me, in the shadow of our dreams where we used to be. A cabin sits, its porch worn thin, ghost of your scarf dancing in the wind. Those gravel roads where our stories spill, now just dusty tracks that the rain can't heal. Oh, Lonesome Hill bleeds as my heart recedes under wide open skies where you slip from my grip and the sunset's pain. All my silent complaints on a canvas of plains where our love met its fate. Gone are the days of laughter and wine, only echoes in the hollow where I lay my mind. Your saddle's untouched, it's been years I reckon. Mourn for leather, each crease a lesson. The creek still runs, but it's not the same. Without your reflection, it's just water and pain. Hardened by time, softened by tears. This wandering life, shaped by fears. Oh, Lonesome Hill bleeds as my heart recedes under wide open skies where you slip from my grip and the sunset's pain. All my silent complaints on a canvas of plains where our love met its fate. If memories were horses, I'd ride back to you, through storms and through shadows, to truths we once knew. The dreams are just echoes fading into the night, and I'm just a shadow under fading twilight. So Lonesome Hill bleeds, and I'm trying to believe in a sky that still holds both your heart and your leave. As the night closes in on the plains wide and still, I'll remember us fondly forever on Lonesome Hill. In the shadow of the oak where the wildflowers hide, I first saw her smile in the springtime light. By the old fence line where our worlds entwine, underneath that endless cobalt sky. Oh, the fence tied down by the edge of that quiet town bears the weight of the love we found. Now just whispers in the wind, scattered like the leaves. The fence tied down and my heart on my sleeve. Years have tumbled like the stones on the creek. She's gone with the wind like the words I can't speak. The old porch swings alone, the dust settles slow. Where laughter once lived, now the silence grows. Oh, the fence tied down by the trails now overgrown holds the echoes of the dreams we'd sown, lost like the sunset's last golden gleam. The fence tied down in my broken dream. On a gravel road I wander with my soul bare, each step away from her, the fate of a flare. The cabin stands empty like the hollow in my chest, her scarf in my pocket where my tears come to rest. Yes, the fence tied down beneath the weeping willow's frown marks the love that I can't disown. Like the rain on the saddle, I ride through my pain. The fence tied down, love's remains in the rain. And the sunset burns, but not as much as my return to that old fence line where my heart still yearns in the whispering wind. She's a melody I hear, the fence tied down, and my reasons they're still clear. The dust may settle, my love never will. Down by the edge where the wild oak grows, there's a dusty trail where the river bends. Spent golden sunsets with her long ago, where the canyon burns at summer's end. We carved our names in the bark so deep, beneath the sky's wide dome where the hawks do roam. In that sacred place where memories seep, once a whispered home, now her name's just a ghost. And know the canyon burns like the fire in my chest, each flame a tale of what I've loved and lost. The wind carries the ashes of promises over the cliffs where our dreams got tossed. Oh, the canyon burns, and with each orange blaze my heart recalls a name in aching tones, left riding these trails in a lonesome haze, searching for a love that feels like home. The years flew like leaves in the autumn wind. The old porch swings, now a creaking bone. Her scarf still hangs where her laugh had been, in the empty cabin we built alone. Now the gravel roads wear a coat of dust, echoing boots that walked away from the fading trails where we placed our trust, to the silence that holds sway. And oh, the canyon burns while my soul just yearns for a past where love wasn't weather worn, each ember a spark of what I can't return, under stars to which we once had sworn. Yes, the canyon burns and I'm a shadow it does, chasing echoes of a love that's shorn through the whispers of the wind in a world so brusque where heartstrings are tattered and torn. There's a wisdom in the silver streams flowing under moonlit quartz and stone, teaching me to live in between the dreams we seed and the things we've grown. Oh, the canyon burns through nights cold and stern, with the firelight dancing wild and free. Yet in every spark her memory returns, in this rugged heart where she'll always be. Yes, the canyon burns a never-ending yearn for a ghost of a love that rides next to me. As the sunset fades to the night, I turn with her whisper in the wind 'neath the old oak tree. Out where the oak trees shadow the old creek's bend, I found your scarf, the one you wore against the wind. The porch still creaks where we watch the sunsets bleed. Now it's just the whispering leaves speaking to my grief. Silence echoes louder than the words we never said. Each memory dances like dust upon the old shed. Your laughter's a ghost in the corridors of my mind, drifting like tumbleweeds, leaving me behind. These gravel roads, they don't sing no more, since your boots ain't walking through that door. The cabin stands, but it's empty of the dreams we wove. Just shadows fill these rooms where light once boldly strode. Silence echoes louder than the words we never said. Each memory dances like dust upon the old shed. Your laughter's a ghost in the corridors of my mind, drifting like tumbleweeds, leaving me behind. On the edge of this town, where the old path fades, I reckon the choice is made, all the debts we've paid. Under that endless sky, where we once lay, I find the courage to whisper goodbye at the close of day. Silence echoes louder than the cries my heart expels. Like rain on the dry earth, my spirit it compels. I embrace the solitude, your memory my guide. Wander in these wild lands with your spirit by my side. And as the night descends like the curtain on our tale, in the quiet of the darkness your memory prevails. Though I wander lost and alone beneath the endless sky, in the silence that echoes, I'll never say goodbye.
In the shade of an ancient oak, by the river band's embrace, I first saw her wildflower rise at the dawn of our golden days. Her laughter danced with the river's flow, under skies so vast and brave. In that old town where the roots dug deep, we swore our hearts to save. But the river band fades, like her whispers across the plains. My wandering soul wrapped in her scarf, the color of autumn rains. Each sunset spills secrets sold on gravel roads where memories wait. Oh, the river
river band fades. Oh, the river band fades. Years rolled like storm clouds through. The oaks now stand alone. Our cabin's hearth, once warm with dreams, lies silent, stark and bone. Where once her delicate touch had bloomed, now only shadows cast, and the paths we walked are overgrown, as if mourning our love's past. Yes, the river band fades, like her whispers across the plains. My tired heart clings to saddle worn, in the grip of winter's chains. No more her laughter echoes, just the wind's soft serenade. Oh, the river band fades. Yes, the river band fades. Under the crescent moon's watchful eye, I confess to the stars above, the hardest trails I've come to ride are those away from a lost love. But every nightfall leads me back to where old memories reside, at the river bend where I let her go, and where a part of me has died. So the river bend fades in the dusk of my heart's deep sighs, carrying dreams on the dust-strewn trails under endless open skies. Let her name be whispered by the creek, where the willows weep and sway. For as long as the river bend fades, my love will never fade. Oh, the river bend fades forever. The river bend fades. Out by the old Copeland farm, the oak trees still whisper your name, where we carved our hearts so wild and free. Now nothing out there looks the same. Found that old saddle by the creek, rain had washed it halfway away, like the tears that stole your sweet smile from me on that storm-torn fateful day. And oh, my heart rides Lonesome Valley since you and the sun both set to go. This trail's just dust and scattered shadow, with the saddle washed away, like the love I used to know. I walk past the shuttered cabin doors, where your laughter filled the golden air. Now only silence greets me there, as if the world knows what I bear. Came upon that scarf you loved, caught on a bramble, frayed and torn, just like the promises we made on the porch where forever was sworn. Yes, my heart rides Lonesome Valley since you and the sun both set to go. This trail's just dust and scattered shadows, with the saddle washed away, like the love I used to know. Your scarf to the wind's soft side. Guess it's time to let old memories fly, just like that eagle we watched in July. And oh, my heart rides Lonesome Valley since you and the sun both set to go. I'll follow these trails of dust and shadows with my saddle washed away, like the love I'll never outgrow, forever a wanderer, a shadow in the fray, with my saddle washed away, like the love I'll always know. In the shadow of the old oak tree, where our names were carved for eternity, the sunset bleeds through skies like a wound, where once our love under starlit tunes danced on whispers of the prairie wind. In that quiet town where my dreams had been, and the dust walked away with my heart in its shoes, down gravel roads under twilight's bruise. Every step on that trail where we used to lay echoes a song of the love that strayed, as the silence screams under moon's cold sway. Darling, the dust walked away. Now the porch swings empty, the laughter gone. Old cabins' windows face the dawn alone, where we sipped on summer like it never ended. Now only raindrops come to attend. Your scarf still hangs on the cedar frame, a testament to love and its fleeting claim. And the dust walked away with my heart in its shoes, down gravel roads where memories bruise. Every step on that trail where we used to lay whispers goodbye to the dreams that decay, as the stars hide away in the sky's gray fray. Darling, the dust walked away. By the creek where the willows mourn, I understand now I must be reborn, though the tracks I make stir dust of the lost. In the heart's quiet echo I count the cost. Yes, the dust walked away with my sorrows in tow, across lonely plains where the cold winds blow. Every step on that path where our love once lay marks a chapter of past in the dusk's gentle sway, as the world turns to gold at the end of the day. Darling, forever the dust walked away.
In the shadow of a crooked oak where the wild river bends, I found your scarf, a faded red, torn by the wind sharp ends. Beneath the sky's deep canvas, so cruel and endless blue, every whisper of the grass brings me back to you. These grave haunts that grip my soul, your echoes in the plains where the twilight bleeds into the stars and only silence remains. Underneath this lonesome moon I wander, roll and spin, with shadows of your laughter in the winds that never relent. dusty trails once, through towns too small to name. Our dreams as wide as open skies, wild hearts we never tamed. Now the porches creak in solitude, where we once danced till dawn. A solitary rider passed by, the echo of us gone. Oh, these grave haunts that grip my soul, your echoes in the plains, where the twilight bleeds into the stars and only silence remains. Underneath this lonesome moon I'll wander old and spent, with shadows of your laughter in the winds that never relent. And old saddle lies abandoned, where the barn door sways and sighs. Raindrops trace the stories, the silent goodbyes. And every mile I've traveled, every dusk I've faced alone, brings me closer to the heartache, the deepest I've known. Oh, these grave haunts that tether my soul to your memory ever tied. And every sunset's fire, and every tear I've cried. Yet in the quiet of the dying light, as night claims the expanse, I find solace in the solitude, in the tragic dance. So let the stars bear witness to the love I cannot reclaim, as the darkness folds around me, whispering your name.
In the shadow of the oak tree, where we carved our name so wild, there's an echo of laughter, of a love unreconciled. On that old porch I found the scarf you wore, now gray and frayed. It dances with the ghostly wind where our promises once lay. Goodbye letter closed her eyes, under skies that turned to cries, whispers midst the windswept plains, saddle up my heart's remains. Every dust bleeds into night, where your shadow used to lie. Goodbye letter sealed with a sigh, under the vast unending sky. Gravel roads whisper stories through the dust of my old boots, every step a memory, each path a root of deeper root. But time has swept the corners of the cabin where you smiled, and rain has washed the trails where once our hearts ran free and wild. Goodbye letter closed her eyes, under skies that turned to cries, whispers midst the windswept plains, saddle up my heart's remains. Every dust bleeds into night, where your shadow used to lie. Goodbye letter sealed with a sigh, under the expansive mournful sky. Now I roam through empty lands, where your laughter filled the air. Sunsets paint my solitude, a canvas stark and bare. Yet in the silence, neath the stars, your face in dreams appears, holding on to a ghost of love, drowned within my silent tears. Goodbye letter closed her eyes, farewells under twilight skies. Every memory fades to gray, on the trails I walk astray. In the heart of every night, I find your eyes, my fate and light. goodbye letter, a love untied. With every lonesome starlit stride. In the shadow of the oak, where our names were once carved deep, the wind whispers secrets that those old boughs still keep. Underneath that gnarled sentinel, I found your scarf, faded red, by the gravel road where promises and summer dreams were said. Hollow heart burns with a flame that won't die down. Every sunset paints your face on this empty, quiet town. Dust rises, settles like the tears I've learned to hide. Hollow heart burns, but I carry you inside. Lonely porch swing sways, a ghost in the twilight's embrace. The weeping willow watches and knows the sorrow in my chase. These boots worn down like the path to your old weathered door, where laughter rang through rafters, now silent evermore. Hollow heart burns with a flame that won't die down. Every sunset paints your face on this empty, quiet town. Dust rises, settles like the tears I've learned to hide. Hollow heart burns, but I carry you inside. Oh, the rivers know my sorrow, they've seen how tears can flow, and the mountains bear my echoes of I can't let you go. In the calm of the cabin where your scent lingers on, I found no solace at dawn, where your shadow once shone. Hollow heart burns, and tonight I feel you close, in the whisper of the rain, in the fragrance of a rose. Yet every trail I wander, every star I see alone, tells me love's a journey for a heart that turns to stone. Hollow heart burns, and in the silence I tone. In the heart of the high plains, neath the twilight sky, found an old oak tree where our names still lie. Whispers of the wind through the tired leaves, haunted by the dust of my worn out sleeves. There's a faded porch where we used to sit, talking about life and the mysteries in it. Now there's just a creaking swing swaying alone, echoing the melody of your long gone tone. Oh, these empty beds, they linger like the rain, washing over old scars, the remains of the pain. Each setting sun, each whispered prayer tells the tale of our love hanging threads in the air. The scarves you left hang by the door, tangled in the sorrow of the days of yore. The gravel road where we used to ride, not just a faded trail where my regrets reside. Every sunset bleeds like a heart I tore in the lonely cabin where you don't walk the floor. Wind chimes stir with a mournful sound in the empty spaces where you're not around. Oh, these empty beds, they linger like the rain, washing over old scars, the remains of the pain. Each setting sun, each whispered prayer tells the tale of our love hanging threads in the air. Under the willows weep, I see your silhouette. The cowboy's heart ain't mastered letting go just yet. In every star that fades into the dawn lies a dream of us that's never truly gone. These empty beds, they linger, they're the ghost of your smile, a soul's quiet plea across the miles. With each parting sun and each tear that falls, your shadow dances slowly on these old cabin walls. Oh, these empty beds tell no lies under the vast unending skies. Love's a trail ridden, then it's gone, but like the dust it lingers on, it lingers on.
In the shadow of the mighty oaks on Carson's Ridge we lay, where the whispers of the aspen leaves would dance and softly sway. Your scarf a splash of crimson against the endless prairie dust. There beneath the endless sky we spoke of love and trust. Oh, the goodbye letter flew with winds across the wild. Beneath the setting sun where once you smiled. Now every whisper in the breeze feels cold and ever blue. With every sunset I'm losing parts of you. Years have worn the wooden boards of that porch where we stood. The gravel roads are overgrown where once our cabin stood. That trail where we once walked now fades beneath the snow, like the warmth of your hand in mine a lifetime ago. Yes, the goodbye letter flew with winds across the wild. Beneath the setting sun where once you smiled. Now every whisper in the breeze feels cold and ever blue. With every sunset I'm losing parts of you. I roam from dusk
dusty town to town, a shadow in the rain. Each droplet mirrors memories, each thunder whispers pain. Perhaps in some sweet meadow our hearts will meet again. Until then I'll ride alone with sorrow as my friend. For the goodbye letter flew with winds across the wild, chasing horizons where once we laughed and smiled. Still every whisper in the breeze sings your name so true. Underneath the silver stars, I'm forever holding you. So I'll saddle up once more, ride towards a fading light, where the memories and the ghost trails unite. Goodbye letter flew with my love, adieu, adieu. In the quiet heart of night, I'm still loving you. In the shadow of an old oak's reach, where the creek sings lullabies, lies a cabin worn and weathered under vast unending skies. There's a bed inside that cabin where the linens smell of sage, and a scarf you left behind, my love, now yellow with age. The empty bed said nothing, but I heard it loud and clear. Every whisper of the fabric spoke of you, no longer here. The windows hold the sunset, the porch creaks with my sighs. This empty bed says nothing, but it's screaming in my eyes. The trail's gone cold and dusty like the memories in my mind. Gravel roads we roamed are fading, left so many miles behind. The town seems just too quiet now, like it knows you're gone for good. And the saddle where you sat by me is just worn out leather and wood. The empty bed said nothing, but I heard it loud and clear. Every whisper of the fabric spoke of you, no longer here. The windows frame the twilight, the door sways with my cries. This empty bed says nothing, but it's screaming in my eyes. Now the rain taps on the rooftop like your fingers drumming time, and I wonder if the storm clouds know what's forever left behind. By the hearth I sit in silence, the flames flicker out your name. In this house of broken whispers, life's never quite the same. The empty bed said nothing, but I felt its cold embrace. Each night's a haunting melody of your absent grace. The moonlight steals through curtains, painting shadows we once knew. This empty bed says nothing, still I'm speaking back to you. Under the shadow of an old oak tree, I carved our names for eternity, with the sunset bleeding through the leaves. That old porch whisper, a soft sweet tease. Your scarf caught the prairie wind that day, in a town where time found a place to stay. But now the empty bed fades under moonlit shades, where your laughter echoed in night's embrace, and these halls just whisper silent prayers. Oh, for one more dance in our moonlit glares. Now gravel roads where my weary tread, echoes of your steps in my head. That cabin corner where you used to spend stands quiet like the silence of my sin. The trail we walk now overgrown, with the dust we kick now fully sown. The empty bed fades under starry glades, where your warmth once battled the frost invades. My soul just whispers your sweet name in the lonely call of the wild untamed. By the riverside where the willows weep, I see your reflection in waters deep. Every stone and every bend marks a tale of us that could never end. Yet still the empty bed fades, in the dust cascades each night a shadow where our memory waits. I'll walk these lands under sky so vast, holding on to love as long as it can last.